Welcome back. You're still tuned into Halftime Report. The broader end of the markets is under pressure, but we do have a lot of stocks which are buzzing on the back of earnings and news flow as well. It's time for our Movers and Shakers segment where we track a whole host of stocks buzzing in trade. Let's get in Ria first up. There's a note which has come by on Aditya Birla AMC. Ria, tell us more about this.
Well, yes, Citi has come out with a note on Aditya Birla AMC, and they have come out with a double upgrade to a buy rating, and the target price has also been raised to 900, which is an upside of roughly 13% on the stock. Nomura, CLSA and Nuvama all have a buy call on HDFC AMC as well. Now, let's also take a look at what is driving growth in the AMC space as a whole. First up, mutual fund SIP flows are at record highs of roughly 31,000 crores. Mutual fund AUM has also hit 81 lakh crores, and apart from this, favorable changes in investor behavior from deposits to mutual funds are also aiding the industry. We've also seen good results in Q3 of FY26 so far for the AMC industry, and higher scale with favorable equity mix and strong SIP book, as well as stable to slightly improving yields, are also benefiting the industry. Apart from this, global investors are also taking notice in this space. There have been some recent deals in the AMC industry. The Geo BlackRock AMC have formed a 50-50 JV and raised about 17,800 crores via initial NFOs. HDFC AMC and IFC have also tied up to launch an AIF fund that allows HDFC AMC to scale alternatives. The most recent deal on this front has been when State Street invested in Grow AMC. Now, State Street is the fourth largest investment manager in the world with a $5.5 trillion AUM, and they have invested roughly 580 crores in Grow AMC for a 23% stake in the company. Also, just taking a look at the valuation picture as a whole for the AMC space, ICICI Prudential AMC is the most expensive one with roughly 37 times PE for FY27, and ABSL AMC is the least expensive one, valued at 20 times PE.
Okay. Thank you so much for that, Ria. But let's move on and now talk about Tanla Platforms. That's buzzing away in trade after its Q3 numbers. Rima is here to take us through the details there.
Thanks so much for that. So Tanla Platforms is reacting to a good set of numbers, but after many quarters, the company's revenue growth is back in double digits. So revenues have crossed, 1,100 crore, up nearly 4% sequentially, up 12.1% on a quarter-on-quarter basis. Margins are the highest that we've seen in the last 5 quarters, expanding by 50 basis points to 17%, and that's driving an increase in the company's bottom line as well. But apart from the recovery in the company's performance after several muted quarters, the stock has also been an underperformer. In the last 1 year, down 18%, last 2 years, down 55%. The all-time high was above 2,000 rupees. So the stock has also gone through a fair amount of correction. So it's rebounding, from lower levels.
Okay, all right. That's on Tanla Platforms. That stock up around 10-odd%, but not flying away too high for InterGlobe Aviation, Vinny.
Absolutely not flying away too high. Obviously, this time there were a lot of disruptions that came in for the company in their numbers as well. When you look at it, for Q3 FY26, one-offs were there, that disruption due to flight in the month of December. So all of that was there. But despite that, they managed to see at least a resilient performance and growth in terms of revenues of the company, 6% growth there. Forex, they said saw a loss. Forex loss this time of around 24% on a year-on-year basis decline that we're seeing, 1,113 crores. Apart from that, key highlights that came in from their con call also, that the Q4 FY26 capacity, that is at 10%. They expect that to be at 10%, which is higher than Q4 FY25. Near-term outlook, obviously, analysts are also highlighting is a bit of a concern. So that is why we're seeing a bit of a fall there. But yes, a medium-term outlook continues to be positive. The company has guided and said that the yields will moderate to mid to high single digit, given the higher base that was there. And one of this time is something specifically that is the reason that we're seeing an impact on the PAT as well.
Okay, all right. That is about InterGlobe Aviation. But let's talk about APL Apollo. That stock is buzzing in trade as well, up around 2.5%. Nigel, tell us more.
Well, APL Apollo says it's time to show who's the boss, because we saw in the bull market, a lot of the smaller companies did well. But APL Apollo has come out with a good set of numbers. In terms of the volume growth, it was more than 10%. The EBITDA per ton at more than 5,000 rupees for the second straight quarter. The street like that. Besides that, you can see their value-added products has gone up a little bit. And also their net cash company, more than 500 crores of cash in their books, with the working capital at a measly 3 days odd. Now, they've gone ahead and said we've delivered good numbers and we can see a clear path from here on. because currently their capacity is close to around 5 million tons. They've laid out a plan to add close to around 3 million tons, and they're saying that by 2030, they'll add another 5 million tons. So 5 plus 5, which tells you that they're going to be around 10 million tons going by the plan that they've laid out. The management says the past quarter was good, but the path ahead is going to be even better because they've raised their EBITDA per ton guidance to around 5,500 rupees. They're also saying that they're going to grow by close to around 20% from year on. So optimistic about the future from here. Brokerages, they like the stock, whether you're looking at Aquarius, Nuvama or UBS. All of them have a bullish call on the stock. I recall a time when the markets were going up, people were citing that it was too expensive a stock. Today, it's at a 52-week high. The multiple, in fact, has been increased by various brokerages like Nuvama from around 36 to around 40 times. Net, a good set of numbers and a good path ahead. The street wants to pay more for the market leader. Back to you.
Okay, all right. APL Apollo, that one in focus. Just watch out for the pressure that we're seeing in the Adani stocks at this point in time. But the other stock which is under pressure is also Syngene. That one is reacting to what has been a subdued quarter for the company this time. So the revenue was down around 3% on a year-on-year basis. We had the EBITDA which declined as well. So margins came in at 22.8% this quarter versus 22% in the previous quarter. Profit also came in at around 15-odd crores. Now, 9 months as well, the revenue was just about higher by around 3% this time. Now, the company has clearly indicated that the reason for the pressured earnings is because the Q3 performance reflects the ongoing impact related to a single product from one of the company's large molecule biological clients. And outside of this, the underlying business has shown steady progress. One of the key highlights was Bristol Myers Squibb, in fact, extending their collaboration with Syngene. So that was a positive, but nonetheless, there was this one client impact which they saw this quarter. Guidance. The street always watches out for the guidance for Syngene, where they've said that earlier the company had guided to mid to single-digit growth, which is now expected to be flat to negative as per analysts. So that's the reason why you're seeing Syngene down 3.5%. But let's go across to Vivek now. He joins in with all of the stocks that are moving around in trade today. Vivek, we had a comprehensive list.